Oh, missing ABIA airport. We are more interested in recovering our money than fighting a man that is already down. Governor OTTI says, I can understand. We understand. We heard when Governor OTTI, I think he went to make a presentation in Harvard University in the US, and there he released this bullet that, during Governor Ikpeazu's tenure, they paid almost 100 and something billion naira out to almost 72 ghost contractors, and for various contracts that were never done and some never existed. And one of those bad contracts was Abia State Airport. Now he said they have looked everywhere. They are even asked security operatives and security agencies in Abia to help them find that airport. They can't find the airport, and the money has been taken. And if you look at Ikpeazu, you think he cannot steal. But unfortunately, a lot has gone down the drain under his government and PDP leadership. You see? And when OT released that statement, people were telling him that he must set up a system in place to probe Ikpeazu and bring him to book. But I think he has now come out to respond to that call that he will rather, or they're more interested in recovering the Abia State stolen fund than fighting a man that's already down. Because I'm sure Ikpeazu, that's what he's referring to. Ikpeazu is already down. Ikpeazu is down already. So let's dive into the details to see more of what Governor OTTI is trying to say. Now, this is what Governor Alex OTTI said about the missing Abia airport as the search to recover looted funds continues. The only thing worse than a liar is a liar. That is also a hypocrite. Tennessee Williams. So in responding to the revelation made by Abia State Governor Dr. Alex OTTI over the funds allegedly diverted by the Ikpeazu government. See, also for the records, the Alex OTTI government took a firm decision on assumption of office not to allow the discussion of former government of Dr. Okize Ikpeazu or those of his predecessors occupy the front burner in his administration so that they wouldn't constitute a distraction given the enormity of task ahead. Okay. However, like philosophers George Santayana said, those who don't know their history are doomed to repeat it. It would be an impossibility to completely clear the mess arising from the misdeeds of the past without understanding the foundation of the problem and making the necessary corrections that could help chart a new progressive direction. So, with all of these, I think what Governor OTTI is trying to say here is that, if you look at all the misdeeds of Ikpeazu's administration or Theodore Ojo administration or Carlo administration in Abia State before he came in, you will know that there is a lot that has happened. And it will be a distraction if they dwell on all of that, trying to bring people to book, and then it becomes distraction to, strategizing for the challenges ahead. So what this man is trying to say is that he's not interested in probing these people, because if you go into a probe, you can take them the whole 8 years to do probing and probably will not be able to complete it. Rather, they're interested in recovering the funds that have been stolen by these people. And if we can recover them, that would be very, very great. And I'm sure all those past governors will be jittery now, especially Okize Ikpeazu and Theodore Oji, especially Theodore Oji. Even Oji Zokalo, all of them, they need to collect all that they have acquired from Abia State government over the years. And if Alex OTTI can collect all of that and focus on developing Abia, that will be a very good one. I think there is some sense in what he's saying. There is wisdom in what he's saying, because if you want to probe Nigerian politicians, I tell you, even 20 years, you will not finish it, because almost all Nigerian politicians are corrupt from beginning, not even from independence down to First and Second Republic, and now we are here. So it's a very huge task to say you want to probe past government. Just freeze all their account, collect all their money, put some injunctions in place. That is what should be done. because these guys are very, very terrible. Very, 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 very terrible people. How can you go and issue contracts that do not exist? And it's not only Governor Ipazu that has done that. Almost all the governors in the country, and that's why some people are saying states should also hold their state governors, past and present, accountable and responsible for the woes of their states, because those governors are worse than Yahoo boys. Almost all those governors, both the past and present, a lot of them are worse than Yahoo boys. Okay, if you go and check the allocation they have been receiving, especially the southeast, south governors, and that have been receiving 13% derivative and oil allocation from federal government, what have they been doing with it? That's the question. The south is remain deplorable, bad roads, no hospital, insecurity, just name it. No water system, no good health care, no good educational system, just everything terrible. And they are collecting huge amount from government as 13% oil derivation every month. What are they doing with the money? And the people of the state, rather than holding their governors accountable, will still be talking to federal. We know that federal also have their own problem. The presidency, the federal government have their own problem that we also do not need to overlook if things must go right. But again, you cannot just throw away your eyes from the state governor just because they are your people, so you think you should leave them alone and then pursue federal government. Sometimes the things are pursuing federal government for are in the hands of the state government. So why not choose the state government and let them give account of the state money, how they are spending it, especially the security vote. Any money they want to loot, they put it in the security vote. When they want to pad budget, they pad it into security vote, so that from there they can take away the money. So how can we continue like this? So what Governor Alex OTTI of ABIA is trying to do is to see how he can recover the stolen funds by the past government to be able to, solve the problem of ABIA people for a period, and will not want to occupy himself with the probing of those people, because that will form a very huge distraction to his administration. I said, you don't need to fight somebody that's already down. So before he says that, it means that Okeze Pazo must be, even though with all the amount of money from ABIA he has taken, definitely probably will be nowhere, and probably will have one or two things that is also holding him ransom that even money may not be able to solve. So Alex OTTI, well done. There's some wisdom. There are some people that will say this, will say they want to avoid probing their predecessors because they are aligned. But for somebody like OTTI, nobody will say that. People will know that he's actually focused on developing the state and to see how much he can achieve for the people of the state before he leaves office. So that's exactly what is happening in ABIA. Thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.